All right, welcome to the first video in the bonus module. In this one, we're going to be going over Chrome extensions that I use nearly every single day, and let's just get right into it. The first one is Quillbot. Now, I'm not sure if this uses AI. It's sort of like Grammarly, except it's free. And the free version of course there's a paid version, but the free version has helped me a ton in my writing. And I'm not sure if it uses AI, but I wanted to include this since we're talking about Chrome extensions, and this is one that I use very regularly. So pretty much what it is if you've ever used Grammarly, it'll scan the text that you are on, and it'll provide suggestions and corrections based on punctuation, grammar, words that you're missing in your text, capitalization, spelling errors, all that good stuff. They have some features here like checking for plagiarism, checking for grammar, a co-writer, summarizer, citation generator. I pretty much just use it inside of Google Docs. This is where I do most of my writing, and it integrates very nicely within Google Docs. So I've got Google Docs loaded up here, and I've pretty much just opened up a random template that they had, and I started typing some gibberish. But just to showcase what Quillbot is capable of, I like this because it's built right in, similar to Grammarly. It's built right into the interface of whatever tool that you're using. So you can see, welcome the show. I misspelled that on purpose. It's going to suggest it. And I like it because you just hover over it and you click it and it'll automatically correct it for you. Welcome to the show. Delete the word. My name is Alfredo, capitalization. So Quillbots, if it uses AI, then this video is on par so far. But if it's not using AI, this is still a Chrome extension that I wanted to go over because I find it very useful for my writing, and it has for sure helped me on some things that I otherwise would have missed had I not had the Chrome extension installed. So link to download this will be in the description. Now, the next one is Perplexity. We talked about Perplexity briefly inside of the productivity module for doing research. However, they also have a Chrome extension, so I wanted to include it inside of the Chrome extension video. Now, this Chrome extension is very, very cool. So let's head over to Twitter so we can go over some examples. If I click on the Chrome extension here, I've got it pinned. To pin a Chrome extension, you just open this up and you click the pin button here. Now we can access it inside of this hotbar. So tapping it, it will understand that we're on Twitter. Now ask anything. This looks like regular Perplexity, right? If you watch the video on Perplexity, you know this is what regular Perplexity looks like. But where the Chrome extension starts to set itself apart is we can go to focus and then we click this domain. So it's going to completely search all of Twitter. Now, with the focus feature inside of the regular Perplexity website, the regular platform, there were some focus domains like Reddit, like publishing academic papers, like searching only for YouTube. But if you wanted to strictly search through Twitter, for example, there wasn't a way to do that. Or if you wanted to search through maybe a collection of blogs, and this domain has a collection of blogs, you can't specify just that domain. With the Perplexity Chrome extension, however, you can. So we can say something like, find me a Twitter thread about how to use Midjourney, and we hit search and we focus on this domain. It'll scroll through Twitter and find us Twitter threads on how to use Midjourney. So if we click on here, sources cited, it'll open up in a new tab. Tutorial on how to create consistent characters in Midjourney. Look at that. So now we can bring Perplexity anywhere on the web, which is very cool. And let's take a look at one more example. Now here I've got a random blog article website pulled up for sports. We're going to open up the Perplexity Chrome extension. We'll delete the prompt we had in there and we will focus this on the domain. And we'll say, find me a story about the Cincinnati Bengals. We'll hit search. Cincinnati Bengals are a professional team. Here are some recent stories about them. Click the sources cited, and it'll take us to a blog about the Cincinnati Bengals, and it'll only search this domain. So how cool is that? Perplexity, very nice Chrome extension to have if you're looking to search specifically through a website. There's a couple of Chrome extensions that do this, but I'm a big fan of Perplexity. I like using the Perplexity plugin. So that was Perplexity. Now here is another banger Chrome extension that you guys need to have installed. This one's called Glass. This is a little confusing. It's called Glass, but it's also called YouTube Summary with ChatGPT and Claude. It's not the most roll off of your tongue name that they could have chose. But I think maybe Glass made this Chrome extension and they make other ones. Aside the point, right? We download this Chrome extension, we install it, and we get this little thing here once we pin that Chrome extension. So if we click into it, we can access the settings, but this is for later. That's clicking onto the Chrome extension won't specifically do anything. But if we head to YouTube, because this is a YouTube summary, after all, don't mind my YouTube feed, but let's just filter through the podcast content, and we'll click a random podcast.
Thank you to HelloFresh.
Because we have this Chrome extension installed, we have a new element inside of YouTube here. This is where things start to get pretty cool. So if we drop down this menu, it'll actually provide the entire transcript of the video right here. We can go and copy the entire transcript, maybe head to Claude. And the cool thing about Claude is when you paste in a big body of text, it'll actually separate it for you. So you can paste in your prompt or type in your prompt separately. And we can say something like, create an outline of this podcast, right? We're not going to get too much into how to use Claude because we already covered that, or prompt engineering. But that is one feature of this Chrome extension, is being able to copy the transcript. You can also skip to a random point in the video, press this button, and it'll jump to where that part is in the transcript. Another pretty cool feature. And lastly, for this Chrome extension on YouTube specifically, we can click this button here to view the AI summary. It's actually going to open this inside of ChatGPT, and we can actually change whether to use ChatGPT or Claude. I have it set to ChatGPT 4. And here's the cool thing. Here's the really cool thing. So because we clicked on this button here, the ChatGPT icon, it opened it and pasted it in a new ChatGPT tab. And you can see where I have my prompt. This is where this page actually comes into handy. So whatever prompt you have inside of here, let's start basic, like create an outline for this YouTube transcript. And we click out of that. Now, every time that we click on this button, it'll replace the beginning of that text with the prompt that we have inside that settings page. And then here's the entire transcript for the YouTube video. So maybe you're watching a video on the top 10 tools for CRMs or top 10 plugins for your CRM. You could go in and manually press the ChatGPT button so that you can go and edit the prompt and say, here's 7 tools, create an outline for what the 7 tools are, why they're useful. Or maybe you're doing research and it's a consistent type of video like podcasts, and you want the same consistent prompt to show up every time you use this Chrome extension. And you want the prompt to be something like create an outline for this podcast and give me the 5 key takeaways. You can edit it inside of this prompt here and then use the hotkey. The hotkey is editable right here, keyboard shortcuts. So every time I'm on a YouTube video, I can simply use the hotkey, double tap XX, and it'll paste in that prompt that we have set up, and boom. So now we don't have to click a button. So there's a couple ways to work with this tool. There's a way to do it automatically, a way to do it manually, and it's a super easy way to take any YouTube video and apply a custom prompt, send it straight to ChatGPT, save you some time there. But that's not all. This tool also works on pretty much any website. So if we just search a random blog, let's go to how to start a blog about starting blogs. We'll see that this icon in the bottom right-hand corner appears. We can also click on this icon, and it doesn't just work for YouTube videos. This will also work for articles on the internet as well. So imagine maybe you're on a forum for how to use Go High Level, or you're struggling with a tool and you're on a help forum. You can actually use that button to grab the entire article, send it to ChatGPT, and then preface the conversation. I'm having trouble setting up my CRM and linking, blah, blah, blah. Here is the forum that I found that discusses this problem. Let me walk you through the part that I'm at, take information from the forum, and then guide me through how to solve the problem. So we've got the YouTube summary with ChatGPT and Claude. Very highly recommend this one. And the last Chrome extension that I want to cover with you guys is Browse AI. Now, I want to do a separate video for this one because it's a little bit more hands-on. There's a little bit more steps to get something like this working. That's it for the Chrome extensions. For now, this next video, we're going to be covering how to use Browse AI and their Chrome extension. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next one.